like the Three Stooges, the three beer heisters were scheming to steal a meager single 30-pack of TK.
Reapers, what's is good? It's your boy Laser, using the visor back with another reaction video. Using the reaction content, so I continue to deliver that for you guys. I'm directing the top 15 heists have gone terribly wrong. Guys, there's so many situations where people think they're actually playing GTA in real life. We're about to dive straight into it. If here's a reaction content, we're actually in the feature. It's always hit the like button. You subscribe to a notification bell, like your brother streaming every night. Twitch streams are fucking amazing. Let's dive straight into the video.
Number 15. French bank robbery.
Oh!
In an attempted bank robbery in Paris-les-Fontaines, France, surveillance footage appeared to show a truck being used as a battering ram in the dead of night.
What the fuck?
The video shows a flatbed truck ramming into the front entrance of a local bank. The would-be robbers seem to be making progress.
Oh shit, better cut Lester so you don't get those police on your pee-pee.
Crashing a makeshift port of entry into the bank building, but at some point, the vehicle gets...
Like, imagine just taking a wad, bro, or just being someone, like, just driving. Like, imagine being, like, a student driver or whatever, bro. Well, I don't know if they do it at night, but, like, just imagine being a new driver and you see this shit. Like, what the fuck?
Stuck and won't move an inch. The driver revs the engine, pedal to the floor, but nothing. The rest of the gang appears, surrounding the truck and quickly discussing whether or not they should carry on or make a run for it. They ended up doing the latter, but not before setting fire to the vehicle. Presumably, they walked away from the heist gone terribly wrong with some notes for the future. Don't try to rob a bank using a flatbed truck. Not the best choice for a battering ram.
What the fuck?
Or better yet, don't try to rob a bank, period. Number 14. Hacker heist. In the age of the internet, it's easier than ever to scam people. And if you're a group of super smart internet hackers, it's almost as easy to rob.
Dude, like, how do, like, people just casually hack? Like, how do you actually, like, do that shit? Like, whenever I think of hacking, I think of, like, fucking my command prompt on my fucking computer. Like, how do you actually do that shit? I know you gotta have, like, a VPN and shit, but, like, what the fuck?
A bank. Almost. That's just what a group of hackers tried to do, and they did get away with a large sum of money.
Damn.
The heist didn't go terribly wrong for them. It went terribly wrong for the feds. The hackers' target, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York.
Wow.
How much did they want? $1 billion. And they nearly pulled it off. In fact, the feds were coerced into paying out $101 million.
So imagine, I'm pretty sure if they get catched, that's like, I'm sure they didn't get caught, but like they did, that's like prison time forever, right?
Dollars to the hackers. Before they finally realized the problem, the hackers managed to crack Bangladesh's central bank computers and shoot off a bunch of fake payment orders.
Wow.
What tripped up the whole operation? They discovered the scam on a fluke. The hackers were routing the money to a bank in the Philippines with the address name including Jupiter.
How do you even
Turns
do
out
this
the US
shit?
had sanctions against a different Jupiter, the Iranian shipping company and oil tanker. This coincidental term triggered an investigation.
How do you
and when
do
the
this
feds
shit?
took a closer look at the payment orders, they realized that hackers were behind them. If it hadn't been for this fluke, the feds could have paid out $951 million more. There were other oddities in the hackers' heist that should have triggered earlier intelligence involvement, including incorrectly formatted forms and Bangladesh bank payment request processes that differed from routine. For another thing, the bank that opened the hackers' account in the Philippines allowed them to be opened under false names. The bank manager there has since been fired. Really, the Fed should have caught it sooner. In the end, the $81 million they paid out to the 4 Philippine accounts remains lost. Most of it seems to have vanished into the island country's casino industry, an industry that's exempt from money laundering laws. This is one of the greatest cyber heists to be pulled off by hackers to date. While the culprits are still at large, the heist did highlight something important, a real-time system of...
I swear, bro, when you're hacking like GTA heist, bro, you know the pressure, man. When like everyone else is screaming on the mic saying hurry up bitch, and like you know that shit where like you gotta like navigate through like it's like a maze or whatever, bro, and you can't touch the sides. I hate that shit so fucking much.
Spotting fraud was lacking for the New York feds. It's a wake-up call and it has to be corrected. New York Democratic Congresswoman Carolyn Maloney said, "To me, I see it as a threat to the confidence people have in the central banking system." Number 13. The note of demand. If you were a bank robber, I'm guessing you wouldn't write a note of demand on the back of your own check. Yeah, neither would we. Mainly because we're not stupid. But desperate 27-year-old Forrest Kelly Bissonnette was sure not the sharpest tool in the shed when he did just that at the Bank of the West in Inglewood. Bissonnette scratched off
Inglewood, bro. Inglewood? Oh, fuck no. Inglewood, that makes sense. Most Inglewood situation I've ever heard, bro. Like... Bro, it's crazy how, like, they put, like, because I'm a Rams fan, It's crazy how they put SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Like, why that part of California, bro? What the fuck? Why that part of, like, near LA? You know what I mean?
His name and apparently thought that was enough to throw
Inglewood?
the feds
Like,
off the
fuck
scent.
no.
But FBI Special Agent Rien Vonderhaar said, "We could still make it out even though he blacked it out." A tipster informed investigators that a man called Forrest Kelly had been bragging about using a demand note to rob the bank. The man was similar looking to the alleged offender in the bank surveillance video that had been released. Kelly only took $5,000 from the Bank of the West robbery, and even
Bro
dumber,
thinks he's in
he turned
GTA,
himself
bro.
into the feds a few days later. Guess he just wasn't cut out for a life of crime. Number 12. The beer run. You're probably wondering how—
Oh, dude, I literally did what this guy did. This is footage. This is gameplay of me, bro. Just change the character to some sexy ass thotty. You guys should check out my GTA video. But, bro, like, dude, just imagine being this lovely, fine gentleman. There's a nice Indian man working this gas station, bro, and then you have someone just pointing a gun at you. Hold on. Don't shoot.
a beer heist could go terribly wrong. Did the would-be heisters make out with—
But why did they just include it? Why did they include a picture of like GTA to represent this? What the fuck?
a
I guess they didn't have
non-alcoholic
actual
beer?
like
Did
footage.
the bottles break? How could a leg of Heineken ever go wrong?
Nasty.
Well, when three
I hate
19-year-olds
alcohol.
are behind the wheel, things are bound to unfold like the Three Stooges. The three beer heisters were scheming to
Don't
steal a meager single 30-pack of tea, but they ended up with nothing but a shower. The alleged thieves attempted to make their getaway from an LA market.
Do people actually like? Why rob over beer, bro? I mean, that makes sense. People love beer and shit, but like, what the fuck?
With their beer underarm, and they probably would have escaped if the employees hadn't been onto them. They chased and caught one red-handed, while the other managed to flee to the getaway car, which was driven by their third buddy, but the store employees were not going to let them get anywhere. To dodge the car and avoid getting run over, one of the employees sprung onto the hood. The car then
Ain't
crashed.
no way.
Meanwhile, one of the suspects flung the car door open and
No
fled the
way.
vehicle, racing into a nearby car wash. As the car wash was running at the time, the suspect emerged dripping wet from head to toe, and he met the police on the other side.
Wow.
As the manager told it, by the time he came out of the car wash, the officer was already on the other end of the tunnel. It was kind of funny. It was a nice show. One suspect did manage to get away, but unfortunately his troubles didn't end there. He left his wallet in the car, which—
Dumbass. See, like, bro, if I'm gonna be for real, bro, like, dead serious, call me an asshole all you want. If I was like with a group of friends, like we were playing some heist or whatever, bro, whatever these fuckers were doing, if they get caught and I like somehow get away with that shit, bro, all of a sudden I don't know that they exist. I'm kidding, bro. That's fucked up. I would do anything to. Me and my buddies would face prison time together, bro. The fuck.
was then confiscated
There ain't no snitching. There ain't no we're all facing that time, bro.
by the police. They contacted him and he later turned himself in. The three were charged with robbery, resisting—
But why is this fucker look like he's about to take a massive shit, bro? He only had too much soccer, bad. But this guy, the rest look normal. This guy just looks weird.
arrest and assault with a deadly weapon, i.e. their vehicle. I'm guessing they won't be going on another beer run anytime soon. Number 11, fast food holdup. Two 30-plus-year-old men, Peter Welsh and Dwayne Dolan, found themselves in an odd position when their jewelry heist turned into a fast food holdup on New Year's Eve. This was their third attempt at robbing the jewelry store. The first attempt didn't go any further than a broken window. During the second attempt, they made their way through to the back door, but discovered it wasn't the back entrance to the jewelry store, but rather the Animal Welfare League Opportunity Shop next door. When they found themselves in the shop, they instead stole a charity box with $50 inside.
Why, bro? That's fucked. Well, to be fair, though, I'm gonna be for real, guys. Most of that charity money doesn't actually go to charity. But, like, still, that's fucked.
Great get, but their latest attempt went even—
Like, bro, whenever, I'm gonna be for real, guys, when a store asks you, like, do you want to donate to charity, bro, I always say no. It's not because I'm being an asshole, bro. The store's genuinely, like, they don't actually deliver all, like, they deliver some to charity, I think, but, like, not all of it. Like, they actually, like, keep most of it, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how it works.
more terribly
You should
wrong
look into
than the
that shit, it's
first
real.
two.
I'm dead
Using
serious.
an iron bar, the dynamic duo broke into a bathroom at the back of the row of shops by busting a hole into the wall. Crawling through the hole, they again didn't find themselves in the jewelry
Goofy.
store, but in a fast food joint. But instead of calling off the mission, they made threats to the restaurant
Why does he look so slimy? Ugh.
restaurant staff with their iron bar. One female staffer opened the safe and they grabbed lots of cash, said police prosecutor Sergeant Damien Summerfield. Through the holdup in Butte Desert, south of Brisbane, didn't go as planned. They did make off with $2,600, a little more than their last big break, but I'm not sure if chicken nuggets are as valuable as gold ones.
Chicken nuggets are nasty. I said it.
After a raid on Welsh's
chicken strips are better.
Home, the duo was arrested.
Oh, no, unless it's Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. I like Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. That's it.
In charge with stealing, armed robbery, burglary, and attempted burglary. Number 10, a drug heist gone sour or sweet. What would you do if your drug dealer scammed you? If you weren't higher than a kite, you'd probably have to chalk it up to the—
Dude, like, that's the thing about, like, getting shit from your plug, bro. Like, you gotta make sure it's a good plug, obviously, but, like, dude, like, the fear of being laced and shit, man, that's, like, when I used to smoke weed, bro, that was, like, my worst fear, like, when I actually had to, like, get weed from people, bro. Like, I was just scared that, like, my plug would be fucking, some fucked up person, you know what I mean? Because there are fucked up plugs out there. It's not even that. But it's like, bro, as far as, like, just your plug, man, y'all ever fart on your plug after he gives you some weed?
The game, but that's not what 47-year-old coke addict Suzanne Basham did when she realized she had been taken for a ride. Basham of Springfield, Missouri, shelled out $40 of her hard-earned cash on crack cocaine. Putting the ice in her crack pot, she smoked it, only to find she wasn't high in the least. After further investigation, she realized she'd been sold common sugar, not crack. So what did she do? She did the most logical thing she could do. She called 911 to report the shakedown. Basham asked Springfield police to arrest her dealer for the heist and get her a refund.
What happened?
The police took down the incident report and then promptly turned around and arrested Basham for possession of drug paraphernalia.
Oh, wait, so she called the 911 over a drug situation? Dumbass.
Yeah, it may come as no surprise that Basham hadn't even the mind to clean up a bit and stash her crack pipe away before the police arrived. The officer did follow up with Basham's report and went to check out her alleged dealer's address, but the home's residents refused investigation.
How does it work, though, like, as far as, like, searching your house and shit? Like, I'm sure, I know cops aren't, like, they don't have the, like, I know it's an amendment they can't search your house if they have no evidence, but it's like, if you, like, snitch on someone, like, are they allowed to, I don't fucking know.
Investigators' entry and claimed they not sold coke or sugar to Basham. In the end, all Basham had to show for her $40 was a bag of sweet sugar and her mugshot. Number 9, the bomb collar mystery. In 2003, a heist in—
It looks disgusting. Look how fucking greasy that pizza looks. Who are you? Are you the owner? Please die already.
Erie, Pennsylvania.
I will die from all that grease. My arteries are literally clogging up just looking at this shit, bro. Dude, I'm gonna be for real. Like, I know, and I know probably all you're like, but how do you like Little Caesars pizza? That's just really greasy. It's fast food pizza. I'm just saying, like, but even Little Caesars pizza isn't this greasy, bro. Like, look at this shit. What the fuck?
Shocked the world. It involved a pizza delivery man of all people. Brian Wells delivered hot slices during his shift as normal, but a few hours later, he'd end up passing away. After his shift was over, Wells strolled into a local Erie bank with two things: a handwritten—
Looks like a— why does it look like a gun cane, bro? It looks like a cane disguised as a gun. What the fuck? Or a gun disguised as a cane.
Note demanding $250,000 and a makeshift shotgun. He left with only $9,000, and it didn't take police long to catch up with him. When they did, he had a strange story to tell. He claimed that he was forced into the robbery by a gang of 3 men.
Oh, so that is a weapon.
According to Wells, he was told they would take his life unless he completed a list of tasks by such and such a time. He also told police he had a bomb strapped to him. The police had Wells sit cross-legged on the pavement.
That's cool. That's actually, bro, so it looks like it's like disguised as a cane. That's actually really cool.
Where he was surrounded while awaiting the bomb squad. But before they arrived, the bomb around Wells' neck detonated on live television, exploding a hole straight through his chest.
Yo!
He died then and there, leaving the police flabbergasted.
Oh, flabbergasted. What a great term for that shit. Y'all nuts ever get flabbergasted?
Only became more confused when they discovered instructions on Wells' body. This powerful booby trap bomb can be removed only by following our instructions. Act now, think later, or you will die. The set of instructions sent Wells on a search around Erie for a series of keys, the last of which would unlock the homemade bomb, which was on a collar around his neck. The collar featured 2 6-inch pipe bombs, baking timers, a combination lock, and several keyholes. It appeared that Wells was the victim of a sinister game, but then new information began to appear that added complexity to the story. Handyman Bill Rothstein, the neighbor of the last location for Wells Pizza Delivery, called 911 nearly a month after the botched heist. Rothstein told police he had the body of Jim Roden in his freezer. Roden, he said, had his life taken by Marjorie Dell Armstrong, his girlfriend, and Rothstein's ex-girlfriend. She asked Rothstein to help cover up her crime.
Bro, ain't no way it's only been 9 minutes in this video. What the fuck?
Well, this seemed to have nothing to do with Wells' sensational case. It actually had everything to do with it. Rothstein, Dell Armstrong, and a drug dealer named Kenneth Barnes were all in on the heist. The objective was to steal enough money to pay an assassin to take the life of Dell Armstrong's father so she could receive her family inheritance. Wells, they said, was in on it too, but he didn't know the bomb collar was real. When he discovered it was, he tried to back out, but the other three forced the collar on him. It was set to explode whether he came through for them or not. They wanted him out of the picture. When Dell Armstrong's then boyfriend, Roden, discovered his girlfriend's part in the heist gone terribly wrong, she then had his life taken, and instead of receiving her inheritance, she received a life sentence. Number 8.
Weird.
Dog Day Afternoon. There are many reasons to rob a bank. Stealing money for
first reason, steal money. Doy. Nah, guys, the first reason you should rob a bank, rob the bell. Ding, 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 the desk bell. That's why we rob banks.
gender reassignment surgery turns out to be one of them. The story that inspired the famous film Dog Day Afternoon was that of the American bank robber John Stanley Wojtowicz. Wojtowicz met Elizabeth Eden at an Italian feast in New York City and married later that year. Although Eden's gender change was cited as one of the motives, the actual heist was a full-on mafia operation gone terribly wrong. What went wrong on that hot summer day in August 19...
Oh, look at him, bro. He looks like, damn, I just failed a bank heist. Fuck, a small mistake by me. Let's retry it another day.
72. Wojtowicz and Salvador Norelli strolled into the Chase Manhattan Bank in Gravesend, Brooklyn, where they proceeded to hold 7 bank employees hostage for 14 hours. Another of the crew, Westenberg, was supposed to keep watch outside, but when he spotted a police car up the street, he fled the scene. Wojtowicz had a background in banking. A bank teller in a previous life, he knew your day-to-day bank operations, but his actual plan centered around parts of The Godfather, which he'd watched that day. Apparently, watching a mafia film doesn't make you a real gangster. The FBI took the life of Norelli in the last moments of the negotiations, and they arrested Wojtowicz, who later pled guilty in court. However, he only served a measly 5 years of the 20 he was sentenced, and he managed to make a good chunk of money off the deal anyway by selling the film rights to his story, $7,500 to be exact.
I don't know why, bro. Mugshot photos always just go hard, bro. Like when they have the placeholder, those always go hard.
Which is equivalent to $40,000 today. So, in the end, Eden received her gender reassignment surgery, but later passed away of AIDS in 1987. Not a happy ending to this film-worthy story. Number 7. The Justin Bieber heist. There are fans, and then there are super fans.
Bro, people are so weird. Like, I can understand why people always used to talk about how he was, like, rude and shit. Bro, it's like, I'm not, look, love your fans and shit, but, like, damn. I think Justin Bieber, like, they twisted his, like, motives. Like, they made him seem like an asshole, but I think he was only an asshole to the weird ones. Like, bro, I would be pissed. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I love my fans. I love you guys. But I can't stand super fans, bro. I think it's just weird. Like, it's you have a whole fetish for me and shit. That's so nasty, bro. Get off my tip. Like, there's a difference between being a super fan and just being a normal-ass functioning fan, bro. Like, super fans aren't even human, bro. They're just weird, you know what I mean?
Some of the latter category tend to take their fandom to extreme levels. One of those superfans turns out to be a 23-year-old Floridian man. When he crossed paths with a life-size cutout of
I can't believe Justin Bieber used to look like this, bro. I keep forgetting he used to look like this.
Justin Bieber and exited the store, passing all point of sale without paying.
Bro, I can't believe he used to look like this. Like, what the fuck is on the floor right there, though? That's weird.
For the cutout, after which they raced through Sears with two-dimensional Bieber. The high-speed chase was caught on the store surveillance video. Unfortunately, the FYE store was on the lookout for Bieber superfans and their antics. The assistant manager of FYE gave chase and caught up with them, and retrieved the cutout and told them to return with her to the store, cops said.
Looks like gold. Might just touch that. Is that gold minus touched?
Ignored her and fled, but were later caught by mall security, hiding behind some bushes outside the mall. "We were just having fun holding Justin Bieber hostage," Doling said in a statement taken by police after his arrest. "That fun resulted with a misdemeanor count for theft. It does make for a funny story to tell your friends," which is probably what Doling was going for. Number 6. The '𝐿𝐾𝐲 art heist. After a Romanian thief pulled off the heist of the century at Rotterdam's '𝐾𝐲 Museum, things went horribly wrong. The heist was actually planned quite well. In fact, it was a masterclass in thievery. The thieves in question stole the paintings right off the museum's walls in bright daylight in less than 2 minutes flat. And we're talking masterpieces. Works by Picasso,
Goofy ass painting, bro. Goofy ass painting.
Matisse, Freud, Dehaene, Gauguin, and Monet, including the famous painting, Waterloo Bridge, London. So if they got away with the paintings, how could the heist have gone terribly wrong? Well, because the masterpieces likely no longer exist. The mother of one of the alleged thieves, Olga Dargaru, claims to have burned the pieces in order to destroy evidence after her son was arrested. She'd previously hidden the artwork in a cemetery and an abandoned house before things started to heat up as police searched her home. "I placed the suitcase containing the paintings in the stove," Dargaru confessed. "I then added some logs, slippers, and rubber shoes, and waited until they had completely burned." Detectives say Olga seems to be telling the truth, as forensic scientists discovered the painting's remains, small fragments of painting primer, and the remains of canvas and paint in the oven were confirmed. The collection of paintings had been valued at over $100 million.
It's crazy how people buy that much on fucking paintings, bro.
Along with Olga, 5 other Romanians have been charged with involvement in the heist. Ernest Oberlander Tarnavenu, the director of the National History Museum in Romania, called this alleged destruction a crime against humanity. Number 5. Slow burn. You can run, but you can't hide. While some heists may not have gone wrong on the day, they may just be awaiting their comeuppance in a slow burn. Remember the 1978 Lufthansa heist, in which thieves took off with nearly $1 million in jewelry and $5 million in cash by robbing a cargo terminal at John F. Kennedy Airport in New York?
Bro, what? An airport? $5 million? Ain't no way.
You may not remember the details of the actual heist, but it served as inspiration for the film Goodfellas. Vincent Asaro, who is believed to have been one of the mobsters involved in the heist, was recently indicted on unrelated charges. When investigating James Burke, or Jimmy the Gent, as he's known, the FBI discovered the human remains of Paul Katz, who was murdered by the crime family in 1969 for being a suspected rat. Vincent Asaro was indicted in the murder and cover-up. Burke is believed to be the mastermind behind the heist, one of the largest in American history, for which the Bonanno crime family was allegedly responsible. Burke passed away in prison in 1996.
1996? What the fuck?
Serving time for another murder. Asaro will be one of the only persons involved in the heist who will be arrested in connection with it. Airport employee Louis Werner was the only other arrest made in the case, as he admitted to providing information to the mobsters to assist their raid. Only a small portion of the money has been recovered, and most of the other suspects have passed.
Dude, imagine getting $5 million from just like a robbery. Like, you're set for life right there.
Although they got away with the heist, they didn't really escape the consequences.
Playboy Bunny.
Number
25.
4. Murder at McDonald's.
Murder at McDonald's
with your burger.
Bro, look how cool McDonald's used to look, bro. It's got that retro look. Over 6 billion served filet fish sandwich. It's crazy that McDonald's used to be loved and now it's hated by everyone. Like, I don't even go to McDonald's anymore, bro. Nasty. That shit. When you realize what they put in that shit, bro. I know it's fast food, but like, damn, bro.
McDonald's heist in 1992 has been deemed a get-rich-quick scheme gone bad, and we mean 3 people killed.
By the way, guys, there's no such thing as get rich quick. So like, if you actually want to get rich, you better be ready to work in like years, bro, because that whatever you want is gonna take a while. Nothing comes easy in life. Nothing.
One horrifically injured bad. 18-year-old Derek Wood, an employee of the famous fast food chain, was the mastermind behind the theft, in which he anticipated to take $200,000 in cash from a safe he discovered in the back room of the restaurant. Wood didn't intend to kill, but he did come prepared for it, with a shovel handle, some knives, a .22 caliber pistol, and 2 friends to assist him in the heist. The bloodbath that unfolded left 3 dead and 1 paralyzed for life. What was the take for the loss of these lives? In the end, the bandits made out with a grand total of $2,017.
What the
The
fuck?
gruesome heist was chronicled by Phones Jessom in his book Murder at McDonald's. In it, Jessom describes each of the senseless passings of the McDonald's employees and the bungled heist job in detail. He details the slow and painful passing of Neil Burrows, a father of a 3-year-old who was shot, stabbed in the neck, smashed in the face with a shovel handle,
What the
and then
fuck?
shot again as he begged
What is
for
wrong
his
with
life.
people, bro?
Number 3. The police perfume heist. Believe it or not, New York City's finest don't live up to all of their moniker. A group of them
Perfume.
tried to pull off a $1 million perfume heist
$1
from a
million.
Karlstad warehouse, but the theft didn't go as planned, and in only 3 weeks' time, the fools were caught. The case involved 5 armed officers who busted into the InStyle USA warehouse days before Valentine's Day. If they wanted to give their ladies perfume, they could have just strolled into a store and bought some like any normal boyfriend, instead of loading up 5 truckloads of it. While waving their badges and guns around like madmen, the heisters ordered the employees to gather in the front office where they handcuffed them. Then 16 day laborers arrived in 5 box trucks and began loading the expensive name brand perfume. Think Giorgio Armani, D&G, Versace, etc., some of which goes for $80 an ounce. Someone called 911 while it was all going down, and the uncorrupted police force descended onto the scene, nabbing 2 of the ringleaders and several witnesses. Testimony later emerged that a handful of officers were involved. One rented the trucks using his very own credit card, while another used his driver's license, and their cars were on the scene as well. Officers Brian Chico and Richard LeBlanca pled guilty, as did former cop Orlando Garcia. Although the situation was serious, the court case unfolded with a little humor. U.S. District Judge William Walls asked Chico during his plea, "Did you watch some stupid TV show thinking you could do this?"
Yeah.
"No, sir," was Chico's response. "And you spent 2 years at John Jay College of Criminal Justice?" "Yes, sir." "You didn't do too well there, did you?" the judge ribbed. He was probably spot on. Number 2. The tape heist. After Jose Hart released a tape of himself and his ex-girlfriend, she wanted revenge. But the revenge went fatally wrong when what was supposed to be a robbery turned violent. 20-year-old Kayla Monroe and 2 other masked accomplices entered Hart's home to rob him. While the trio broke into the place, Hart interfered and was shot by his own mother, who was trying to defend her home. He passed away of gunshot wounds to his torso. Well, they didn't pull off the heist. Moreno's accomplices did manage to escape and are still at large. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying the video so far. If you've ever been curious as to what I look like in real life, then follow me on Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT with underscores instead of spaces. I also have a Twitter at YT_chills where I post video updates. I'd really appreciate it if you followed me, and feel free to send me a DM if you have any questions or suggestions. If you'd like to see more of these videos in the future, then hit that subscribe button because we upload new countdowns every Tuesday and Saturday. Number 1. The Diamond Heist. There's nothing more Hollywood than a diamond heist, but there's nothing less Hollywood than one that goes this wrong. A gang of 6 brokers came together to rob a diamond dealer. Instead of selling on his diamonds, as promised, they schemed to rob him blind. The gang met with Mosh Tagger and Razia Bucks, a couple who dealt in diamonds. To gain their trust, they took a pair to see buyers who never intended to buy a damn thing. While the plan was simple, it didn't pan out that way. A gunman was supposed to bust into the shop in Robertsham and demand the suit.
Look how nice that jewelry looks, bro. Look how nice that looks.
Case full of jewels. The gang members believed they'd appear as victims and be overlooked as suspects as the fake gunmen held up their store. But Tugger and Bucks noticed the small details which would later implicate the gang in the crime. On the day in question, the couple was brought to meet a buyer at one of the fake broker's shops. A woman and 4 men were there to make the deal, but Tugger noticed one of the buyers lock the front door of the shop. That's when an armed man wearing a balaclava entered through the back door and commanded everyone to toss their keys and cell phones and lie face down on the floor, where they were ordered to bind each other's hands with plastic cable ties. But as the shop wasn't closed for the day, an unsuspecting customer started knocking on the front door to purchase some jewelry. The gunman, who was actually a store employee, removed his balaclava to try and convince the customer that all was normal and to get him to bugger off. The gunman then escaped out the back door with a suitcase of jewelry In reality, he just ran upstairs to his apartment above the shop. Then things went more terribly wrong because a conman named Sheik tricked the fake gunman into handing over the stolen goods by saying that he had to pull some money from the bag in order to bail out the rest of the gang who'd been arrested. The catch: not a single person was nabbed. The gunman had left the
why is this like Thanos gadgets, bro? It looks like Thanos gadgets.
bag on a shelf just outside the jewelry store, and he told Sheik exactly where it was. An investigation is underway.
Damn, it's
but
crazy.
no one
Well, guys, this was the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, guys. Which one of those videos was the most interesting to you? If you guys have reaction content, we're actually in the feature. Easier to do. I'll see you next one. Peace.